Hey guys, we're here with Patrick Kane, and we're going to be taking our expertise and using it for esports athletes. Traditionally, we focus a lot of our attention on NHL, NBA, guys in their off season, and now we're going to be taking some of the same principles that we use with them, and we're going to gear it towards esports because that is the most popular sport in the world, and a lot more people are playing it. A lot of traditional sports have been around about 100 years now. Esports is newer. So what you see when you look at traditional professional sports is they're very specialized, and guys are picking up everything they can, from quality of sleep to their training to their nutrition, and it's all really dialed in because the sport is so progressed. Now, esports being so new and young, there's a lot of things that we can actually look at traditional sports and pick up from. So when I see some of the esports guys, I see them smoking cigarettes. If you look at a traditional professional sports, nobody smokes cigarettes. They all care about their health, top to bottom, left to right. They all sleep how they're supposed to. And really for them what that is they're keeping par. And I think in esports, if you can nail those things down, you can actually get a competitive advantage. And you can't leave things like that on the table as your sport progresses. So let's get one thing out of the way up front. As esports athletes, they are athletes. They weren't traditionally known as such, but they absolutely are now. So with any special population in different circumstance, you're dealing with different issues or injuries. In traditional sports, you're dealing with ACLs, you're dealing with concussions, and with esports athletes, we're dealing with totally different problems because they're sitting all day and they don't traditionally exercise a lot. So we're dealing with overall health problems, and then you're also dealing with their bodies becoming more tight and more restricted much earlier in life than the rest of us. So we put this program together for esports athletes, and we took a few things into consideration. One was the body and one was the mind. We thought we could break it up into two large categories like that. From the body standpoint, we wanted to make sure that we prevented burnout for the gamers. Unlike traditional sports where there's physical limitation for how long you can be playing it, so it kind of caps the overuse injuries, that's not the case for esports. We wanted to minimize some of their health complications, joint pain, back pain, weight gain, all those things that could happen from sedentary lifestyle or sitting instead of traditional running and jumping in sports. There's a lot of imbalances that we see with hockey players, and actually a lot of their postural issues are the same for gamers. A lot of people end up with internally rotated shoulders, kind of hunched over on their back. So we're just going to take some time and we're going to teach you guys how to make sure that doesn't happen. From the brain perspective, we really wanted to program out to make sure we could improve their reaction time. Just like in any other sport, if you're human versus human, reaction time is half the battle. One of the things we wanted to work on brain-wise was increasing their focus. So if you can avoid distractions and you can keep people's energy up, they're going to have a big advantage for whoever they're competing with. And then the third thing that we were working on from a brain perspective was just better in-game memory. So pattern recognition, remembering map layouts, remembering where items are located throughout the game. Those are all things that can give any player an advantage over their competition.